There it is. Hello, hello. Hey, Ricardo, how you doing? How's life with you? I'm here at Vancouver Airport, just waiting for my flight. Hey, Antoine, how you doing? Antoine Engram. Let's see how many people come on live. I want to talk about the five things or more things, all the things that your crypto needs for price appreciation. All right. There's a lot of people who are kind of worried about what's going on. Like, oh, are we ever going to see? Is everything going to moon? Hey, my life, my dear, my life. How you doing, sister? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Okay. So I want to talk about what our cryptos need to really explode in price. So I'm here at the Vancouver airport. Let me show you. Very beautiful airport. In fact, one of the most beautiful airports I've been in, but there's some issues with it that I will not say on here. I gotta be I gotta be kind at least. Yes. So what are y'all guys doing? How's your day going? Thank you, Antoine. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. As you hit the like button, the algorithm will run around and go tell everybody, they're here, they're here, he's here, he's here. My life, how was your day so far? Did you work today? Did you work today? Yeah, so I'm talking about what our cryptos need. So can you guys start telling me what do you think your crypto that you are holding right now? What do you think your crypto needs for it to explode in price? Can you tell me? What does your crypto need to explode in price? He says, I'm just buying the dips every chance I get. Yes, I would buy the dips every chance I get myself if I had the opportunity. Please like the video. Thank you so much. I would buy the dips every chance I get, you know? Yeah. I will buy the dips every chance I get. What are the things you think our cryptos need? My life. What do you think our cryptos need to to explode in price? What do you think? What do you think we need? Wouldn't it be nice to have your own plane? What do you think the cryptos need to explode in price? I was talking about WikiCat, the same way I felt about WikiCat in April and May of this year is the same way I'm feeling about it right now. There's going to be an explosion with that particular crypto. Please like the video. There's 6 likes, and I need 15 likes because there's 15 of you in here. So give me 15 likes. Let's get the algorithm pumping, and let's see if we can get 50 people in the room. Clarity, clarity. And the Clarity Act will pass sometime in January. Remember when they voted a while back that it was a bipartisan thing. There was only like 132 Democrats or so who did not vote for the Clarity Act. We need more structure and clarity before this market. Exactly. I just want people to remember this because a lot of people are so excited waiting for November 22, the date the ISO goes live. Listen, people are going to may get disappointed and sell. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I want you to hold on to your cryptos. If you've been holding crypto for a while, this is not the time for you to sell and leave. This is not the time for you to get out. Because listen, as far as the people who are behind the scenes, and I don't think it's all of them, I just think that there are certain ones who do not want to see you and I prosper This is a completely new area, a massive opportunity that I believe that the world has never seen. I'm telling you, people are just going to wake up one morning and realize across the planet and say, "My goodness." I was thinking about even Nigeria, where I was born. There are people who are holding cryptos there who have no idea. They wake up and have over $500,000 in their separate wallets put together because some of these things are going to fly so crazy, and people are going to go, "Wow, I never thought." Now, just watch. Donald Trump has said, the president has said, they're going to give $2,000 to every American. If you go back in history, in 2021, remember the Stimulus Act, the stimulus check, sorry, stimulus checks, not act. You know what happened then? There was a bull run, massive bull run, right? And it was all because there was, "Hey, how you doing?" God bless him, brother. James, have you heard of Phenomenal Cat? I've heard prophecies about it. No, I've heard, but man, there's so many out there. I stopped crying and now locked in, so I'm buying. I don't care. Let's go. Mitch Connor. No, don't cry. Don't cry. If you bought, like, it's like if you bought and you think like your values have gone down, dollar cost average, then try to put money in some meme coins. I really believe in meme coins. I never used to. But now when I've seen what the action that meme coin can do, a meme coin can, I mean, $100 in meme coin can become 100,000 very, very easily in the bull run, and then you can take. So I believe that there are going to be two bull runs. I mean, let me put it this way: there are going to be two separate runs. If you notice, XRP has been behaving like it's decoupling, but this is not. I don't believe it's time. I believe it will decouple. I believe it will surprise people, but it will not be the way that people are expecting. That's what I think. And I had always said that either before the end of this month, we might see a sharp move with one crypto or the other. And XRP did it went from, is it 60 million to 160 million, and then came right back down. Came right back down. And so some of the people who have had, some of their cryptos and some money in it, maybe they took profit or whatever, I don't know. But those are the kind of things I'm saying. Sharp moves like that goes against the grain. You can't describe it. You don't know why it's happening, but it just happens, right? Yes, there are bad actors, but they are not going to win. See, the bad actors also have a leash on them. Every bad actor has a leash because the Bible says the earth is the Lord's, the world and the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, the world and those that dwell in it. So they don't own the world. Amen. See, they think they do, but the one who created all things makes this decision. That's why we need something. You see, there's a scripture verse that I came across on Sunday that really, really blessed me. Where it talks about, the Lord talks about the farmer going out to sow the seed. The seed was sown on, various types of ground. There was hard ground. There's the wayside hard type. The soil kind of represents hard conditions, right? And there's the wayside hard. There's the rocky hard, and there's the fertile ground hard. Okay, and it is. I think there are three or four of them. But what really struck me there is when he talks about this is in Mark chapter 8 from verse 14 to 18. Mark 8:14. Sorry, Luke 8:14 to 18. If you want to check it yourself. And where it really now kind of moved me was where he talks about bearing fruit on good ground. Many of you are already good ground because you believe the prophetic word. Many of you are good ground because you've invested time in learning about crypto. You've paid for classes. You've paid to take courses. You've researched. Some of you have not paid money, but you've spent hours and hours researching. So you have sown. You are good ground hearts. You believed in the word of the prophet, and you are pursuing your dream. Now, Christ now in teaching his disciples says that the fruit that comes as a result of patience. Patience. So the first thing I want to talk about that your crypto needs for it to move is you. Is you and your attitude to the whole thing. You've got to have great patience. You see, the scripture talks about Abraham. It says that or not those that went before us. Hebrews chapter 6. It says that we should, through faith and patience, obtain the promises, like those who obtained a good report. Exactly. So you have to be patient. This is not the time to quit. Hey, Kryptonite, how you doing? Welcome here. This is not the time. This is not the time. This is not the time to quit. This is the time to prepare. Look for whatever funds you have. Like I was thinking today, what do I need to do? Take the funds I have, move them into USDC coin, move them into USDT, do whatever I have to do, position myself, that is set sell limit orders, and then move. That's what we need to do. But I was just trying to explain to everyone here, Kryptonite, just so that I don't get ahead of myself here, is that people, the first ingredient that is needed in this market, the first ingredient that is needed is the ingredient of patience. If you have no patience, you can't stick it out. If you have no patience, you can't make it, because at the end of the day, you would be robbed blind by the way the system operates. So there's a sale coming. I'm telling you, 2, 3 days ago, I was thinking in my heart to purchase more WikiCat. And I went and I did purchase a few. It was like maybe $67 just to satisfy that desire I had in me. And then the next day, I think it was Kryptonite who messaged me about wanting to buy some WikiCat. We had a conversation. I said, I was just thinking about it myself. I think I texted him and he said, well, I was just thinking about saying myself. The next day I saw David Ojua. He had a video. He said he was about WikiCat and on and on and on. I saw MET TV and other people too started talking about it. I'm telling you, the same way that I felt about WikiCat way back in April of this year is how I feel right now. Good evening, Onaji. I'm just on my way home. I just landed in Vancouver just about an hour ago. So had to do some work on my laptop and just getting ready to waiting for the next boarding announcement. It'll take a while because there's a delay. So yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I had just today I was gonna do a video that people should buy WikiCat. I had no time. When you're traveling, everything is just different, right? That I just have it so strong in my heart. The same way I felt about it in April of this year, and it went on to do like a was it a a 2630X. That's what I'm feeling right now. We're gonna see we're gonna see a massive, massive. Hello, Pastor David Ojua. I just mentioned your name and you show up. You and Kryptonite have come in. So there's two powerhouses in the room. Buy WikiCat. I don't know why you're not getting notifications. I've done everything possible, but I told you they have limited me, and that's why right now I'm not getting as many people watching. We used to get about 100 people, and by the time we are done, within 24 hours, we have recorded over 1,500 to 2,000, sometimes 3,000 in the live. But it's not happening. But I don't. You know what? I'm not too bothered because you see, we are in a spiritual battle. This has become a serious battle. This has become so. I said the first ingredient you need is patience. Patience. The second ingredient you need is the ability to hear and to hear correctly. The ability to hear and to hear correctly. Because look at now, we're saying WikiCat, WikiCat, WikiCat. I didn't say WikiCat because of Pastor Ojoa. Otherwise, I'll be, but it's a confirmation. I didn't say WikiCat because of Pastor Jordan. No, it's a confirmation. I didn't say WikiCat because I heard it from somewhere else. I'm telling you that I was just sitting at my friend's home in Arizona, and I was thinking I'm going to put out a video and tell people to load up on WikiCat. I got a witness in my spirit to buy more WikiCat, and instead of me to buy $300 or more, you know what I did? I bought $67. And at that time, WikiCat it had dropped one more zero, but it was seven zeros and nine. But the point I want to make to you today is I heard it in my spirit. And then I went I were talking Kryptonite and I texted him and I said, I wanted to buy more WikiCat. He said, same here. The next day he texted me, he said, I just bought more WikiCat. I have the text here as a proof. And then I watched Pastor Ojua. He came up. I saw the notification that he's live. I went and I watched him. He said something is about to happen. I told you that before the end of November, I am sensing something major will come and there will be a move. That there will also be a battle. I remember when I was telling you that there is a spirit of Balaam that is attacking the church on this issue of wealth transfer. And the attack is be so severe that they are rising up. I woke up in the morning one day by 4 a.m. The Lord spoke to me and said, Who has bewitched you that you will believe another gospel? Now, he wasn't talking to me, but he was using the book of Galatians where he said that Paul was asking, who has bewitched? And the Lord told me that Paul was not joking when he asked that question. He was asking them because there is a bewitching that was taking place to move people away from the gospel. There's a bewitching that came, that wicked cat army began to fight among themselves. The prophets were attacked, the developer was attacked, everything was. I was watching and I said, whoa, look at Balaam at work. Balaam was cursing and throwing curses in the air. And the Bible said the cursed costless will not come. So what happens is that when the people of God are waiting for something to happen, the enemy will throw an odious poison, a stinky poison in the midst of God's people. So when we start fighting among ourselves, then the curse can find a way to come in and rob us of the assets that God had prepared for us. So I got the dip on WikiCat 2 weeks ago, but did you see the glitch going on with? Yes. So the glitch is going to be resolved. They have resolved it for um, s- um, Android users. They are going to resolve it actually, and as well as for iOS users. But Apple takes time to bring in correction. So if you go on an Apple, if you go on iOS right now, you will not see the app. I've checked it. But Samapi released a document. He released a word that Apple is delaying for 24 hours. That's what. So the glitch, and then he jokingly said, if you, and it's not only Penny Wallet. We should always remember that XRP has glitched on exchanges. There's been glitches. These things happen with anything that is how would I say, with IT, with AI, with anything, there can be glitches, but we just have to remember that everything is on the blockchain. Nothing you own is on the wallet. It's on the blockchain. The wallet is just an interface. So what you want to do is that the wallet is secure and that people cannot, nobody gets your seed phrase. That's what you need to make sure of if you have anything on the wallet. Yeah. Hey Nixon, how you doing? God bless you. Woo. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Pastor. So yeah, I will check it out. I don't know much about it. I've heard about it, but it's not everything you hear about that you can run after. Somebody should see, I don't know. So, hey, Lisa, how are you? Which which Lisa is this one? Lisa R. Okay, yo, I think I remember talking to you the other day. How you doing? God bless you. You're very welcome on RJ. That's the latest about this matter. So I'm just saying. So I'm telling you about the things you need. The first thing you need, the first group of things you need for your crypto to moon is your patience. And secondly, you must hear and hear correctly. Hear and hear, learn how to hear what is right. And how do you hear? When you hear three or four people talking about the same thing and not trying to sell you a product, but your here is it, God is drawing your attention to what is going on around. Don't get into fights. Don't become a maxi. It's not necessary because the prosperity in crypto, the Lord told me in 2022. He said it'll be money that it's like endless money. Just the way when you are writing when you're writing an email and your paper doesn't finish. That's what it is. That's what digital money is going to be. Yes. So we've got to have patience. We've got to cultivate patience. Pray for it. Pray for it. Fast for patience. Some days you don't eat till 12 just to have that quality called patience. The ability to wait. Patience will save you in the volatile situations when it's going up and down. Patience will keep you steady. Now, I'm now going to get into the other thing. So I talked about patience. I talked about you hearing and hearing right. Now let's talk about the other thing. So Bitcoin has to do its business. Bitcoin has to do its business because Bitcoin carries the market with it. Every time you see Bitcoin goes green, when you're watching, you're looking at Coin Market Cap or some other aggregator, you see Bitcoin go whoop, green, and then the other ones follow green. 2 days ago, XRP did something interesting. It just did not. It kind of decoupled for a period, and it was the only one that was green. It was like maybe 1% or something like that green, while all the others there were 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 um, were red. Everything was trending down, and it was just sitting there green Oh, that's interesting. How did that happen? And those are the kind of things that tell you that there are certain cryptos. XRP will come out to lead all of the ISO 222 cryptos. But one of the things, I was talking to my life the other day, and we had a conversation. My life, are you still here? And we had a conversation talking about, I talk to my moderators also from time to time. And we were talking, and we talked about how, many of us started out without really paying attention to. I mean, we're so focused on the ISOs that we missed out on some of the other things that would have done very well for us. So, and in the same thing happened to Bitcoin maxis. Many people got into Bitcoin, they held on to it, they refused to look at any other thing, and in the process, they got so they missed out on some other gems. I wish I had paid attention. I would have gotten at least. It would have been easy for me to get like maybe 100 Solana, because I know Solana when it was $20. And look at some DeFi platforms, you can get 9%, 10% on Solana today. I would have gotten Solana, and at $200, can you imagine what 100 Solana would have been? But I did not, because I was so focused on something else. So we need to really, really hear and hear well. So then I was talking about Bitcoin as number three. Bitcoin has to do its thing because Bitcoin carries the market. As it's going up, it takes the market with it. So Bitcoin has to do its thing. But there will be that decoupling where a superhighway is created after November 2022. That superhighway is already laid. And the fuel is in the vehicles, the gas is in there. It just has to start rolling. But I think it will roll in portions. Okay, I don't think it'll just be at once. I don't believe that, and that's why I think some people are going to be disappointed that this didn't happen. If it happens otherwise, where XRP just jumps to $150, I will be so happy. I'll be the happiest person. But I am prepared to see us drag into 2026, um, early first quarter, for us to see some real price action. However, with all of that in mind, I'm very open, and I believe that we are going to see some things that will surprise us. That's why I've been talking about WikiCat. It's funny, it's the one that you don't expect, the one that it's like, oh, okay, look at this thing is dead, it's not doing anything. Suddenly, it begins to rise and move in a way that surprises everybody. All right, so. Okay, so I've talked about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has to do its thing. And the other thing I have here is the community. The community must remain solid. If you notice, did you know that the supply shock, there's a supply shock incoming on XRP? The supply on the exchange has dropped drastically. From what I'm hearing, there's about 3.8 billion XRP left on exchanges. Now, you can fact check me on that. Ask ChatGPT, ask Grok, ask Perplex. Is it Perplexity or whatever they call this? Just ask any AI. All right. Hey, Andrew, Andre, how you doing? God bless you. He said it's been such a long wait. I agree. It's a long wait, but I want you to think about any investment that is worth its while. It takes time. What people were not expecting, because people, with the way Shiba Inu moved people, made people millionaires overnight, everybody was expecting that kind of to happen. It takes time. We gotta wait. We gotta be prepared. Which and so much. I always say that what God is doing in you while you are waiting is greater than what God is going to do through you. Listen to me again. What God is doing in you while you are waiting is greater than what He will do through you when everything now comes up. When everything matures, right? It's more important for Him to work in you than to walk through you, because he's building resilience in you, he's building strength, he's building capacity, he's building wisdom in you, he's making you like his son Christ. There's something called spiritual formation is more important. Okay, spiritual formation is so key, so important. Shema Tony, where do you keep your wiki card? That's a good question. But this is why you need to be prepared. These are the kind of things you need now. You need to be asking yourself, when it's time to sell, where do I sell? That's a good question. That shows that you are new in crypto, because maybe you've never sold before. You've never made profit before. So here's what you do. All right. If you are on, I don't really like the exchanges. You can sell on PancakeSwap. You can sell on MetaMask. With PancakeSwap connected, you can sell in Tangent by swapping. right, for BNB. That's one thing you can do. But go to CoinMarketCap and you see all the exchanges that list WikiCat. But I will stay away from the exchanges because I don't like what LA Token did recently with WikiCat holders. They really, really treated WikiCat holders badly. I don't have any WikiCat on an exchange, right? I use the Penny Wallet, Tangem, and MetaMask. That's just the truth. Now, you should be holding your WikiCat in cold storage if you want. But those are I believe in the project and I believe in what they're doing with WikiCat and with Penny Wallet. I think it's going to be a remarkable wallet. And all of their tools and all of the ecosystem for WikiCat, I think is going to be massive what they're bringing up. So, yes. Well, we're all in different places in our lives. So I saw your text and I came back. So we're all at different places in our lives and people have to decide what they want to do for themselves. We're preparing for a peaceful march tomorrow in Dearborn, Michigan to protest against Sharia law. I pray for you that the Lord will give you grace in Jesus' name. Yeah. Just take the Tangem, go on Tangem's website, and they should have tutorials on there. Use whatever means necessary, right? There's so many free resources there for you to learn. But when you have exhausted the free resources, feel free to pay someone to show you things. Don't just be afraid to do that. But use all the free resources, exhaust it. Go on Tangem's website, you find you can swap in Tangem for USDT or for because the BEP20 token, BEP20 token are tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. So you'll be able to get value for what you're holding at that time. Shea Matoni says, I've been buying since listening to you and it's on my Tangem, just didn't know how to sell. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so, but who asked the question? I think, was it Shea? Oh, yeah, it was Shea who asked the question. All right, you're very welcome. Yeah, that's one way, but you've got to know several ways. Another way that I go to my my Patreon, and you see I wrote an article. It's free. Anybody can read that article. Oil your off ramps. Oil your off ramps. Go and read that article. I wrote about it. But there's one thing you have to do also is that you have to learn how to use PancakeSwap. If you don't know how to use it, set up your PancakeSwap by connecting it to your MetaMask. That's one way you can do that. Okay, set up your MetaMask. Connect your PancakeSwap to your MetaMask, and that will do a lot of good for you. You can Google that or you chat GPT it, the steps to doing that. Then you can also dispose of your WikiCat there. Because when you have more than one or two, at least have 3 to 4 ways of, cashing out, you'll be fine. JB, why are you telling us how much XRP coins you have? We don't need to know. Why are you letting us know? What's the point? Yeah, that's a smart thing to do, I believe. It's just a wise thing to do. Yes, I'll stay. I'm good, Ragav. How you doing? Why are you asking me how many I got? I don't tell people how many I have. I think that's very unwise. No, that's a fool right there. Those are the fools of this generation. You come on a channel and you say, "Oh, I have 60,000 XRP." Who cares? Why do you want to do that? Yeah, so I was telling you, I've talked about two things already, right? I've talked about, yourself being the most important thing with respect to crypto's mooning. For your crypto's mooning, your patience is important. Hearing right is important. Bitcoin behaving as it should is important. Then I want to say one more thing. Community. Did you know when I said that there's 3.8 million XRP left on exchanges? Billion. Don't forget that every month there's a time release of a billion into the market. That's one of the reasons why a lot of XRP haters hate the crypto, because they're like, oh, they always release these cryptos and then it kind of suppresses the price. Well, that's the ecosystem. That's how it's designed. That's how they've been able to raise money for their projects over the years. Now, with doing that, XRP has climbed in price over time. It's climbed in price over time, and now there's a retrace. It's not the only one going back. When people get angry, oh, XRP is not doing anything. Well, what about Bitcoin has gone back too? Everything is going back. In fact, everything is fully. Why aren't you mad at Bitcoin for going back, right? So you see what I'm saying? So that's just the reality. Okay, so look at what it says so community is key. See, the people that are refusing to sell their Solana, refusing to sell their Excellent, refusing, not just people but companies, businesses, some corporations are already buying and holding, because there's nothing restricting them the way banks are restricted, the way hedge funds are restricted, the way all of this, they can go into an ETF, no problem. But there's a limitation in how they can actually deal with the product in the open market and in the system of things. All right. So you remember, so I'll come to your question, Lisa, in a moment. So community is key. The community must hold on and not give in. The community must back. And there are people who are saying, I am never going to sell. And this is where they will test your resolve with a crash of this thing going all the way down to 50 cents, 40 cents, just to discourage people and to get people out. This is what you do. If you already have it, see, if you already hold crypto, you should have a job. If you already hold crypto, you should be doing something that earns you income. Stop thinking only about the money that will come from crypto, because you will get worn out. The Bible says hope deferred makes the heart sick. When what you are hoping for doesn't happen soon, you get to the point. And see, God is not going to change his timeline because you are feeling like, oh, I'm going to lose it. You are not the first to wait for anything. Abraham waited for 25 years for a promise to come to pass. You just have to hold on, and then you ask God for alternatives, for doors to open opportunities for you, so that you can move in different directions and be strong for yourself and your family. There you go. BTC is going to crash to 875. And you see, when that happens, if there's no decoupling with XRP will follow. So it means we're going to get to sub $2. We're already at 212 right now. And you see, when Bitcoin loses 3%, Solana goes down 8%, 9%. It goes about 3 times what Bitcoin loses. For Westjet Flight 126. I don't believe that is connected to the blood Epstein files. The Democrats are really, really going to be exposed with the Epstein. I'm not saying that there are no Republicans involved, but the Democrats are really, really the kingpins. Good night, Delhi. God bless you. Thank you for joining. Did you say good night? Are you leaving, or good night for coming on? I'm not sure. Okay, so Lisa, what you said. So yeah, just an encouragement for people not to go. Why do you think there's a bloodbath in all the crypto sector? Why are you with tears? Don't cry. People, this happens every time. Every 4 or 5 years, this always happens, right? And if you're new to the market, you'll be so crying, oh, I put money in. Just hold what you've got. Dollar cost average. Do an extra shift. Do whatever you have to do to reduce your exposure. For coming on. What a good night. Okay, because good night means bye-bye to me. So it's like, maybe you are on. How are you? How's Montreal? Montreal. Bitcoin is 89K. Why are you crying because Bitcoin is 89? This is just a pattern. There's nothing wrong with it. When Bitcoin was 50,000, when Bitcoin was 59,000, 50,000, it dropped to 15. When it got to 75, it dropped to 60, dropped to 50. So there's really no reason to be bothered about it. You see what I'm saying? There's you don't kill yourself over that. Don't worry about it. Blessings, Felix Resto. Oh right, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, still bullish too. Okay, so I've told you 5 things now, right? So I've told you about yourself and how you hear, your patience. I've told you about Bitcoin, okay? Patience, how you hear, Bitcoin, and community. So there's a strong community, and I want to use that to also speak about with WikiCat. WikiCat has a very strong community behind it, and I've been telling you since I started this life, buy WikiCat now. I will try and buy before I leave this airport. I bought $67 a WikiCat yesterday because I could have bought more, maybe like $500 or $1,000, but I just said no, I'm not gonna buy. I just I'll wait. So all that will end. Printing the dollar, all those things is every country does this. All these the world governments have been messed up. They've spent people's future by inflating debt away. However, a reckoning is coming with how things are changing. A reckoning is coming with how things are changing with the new financial system. All right, the next thing I want to talk about after community is the purpose and the plan. The purpose and the plan. You see, there is a purpose for which crypto was invented, and there is a plan. So most cryptos are going to die. Most 99 point something percent of cryptos will disappear, will be gone. Okay, because regulation will remove many cryptos, and exchanges. Some exchanges will just go down like this overnight. All right, because they will not be able to cope when they begin to release the rules and the regulation, the Clarity Act, everything. This is what we want to. They will not make it. Brokers will go out of business. All right. So there is a purpose and a plan. So the purpose brings everybody in. Many people want to be own cryptos and create crypto companies and look at Solana. Every 5 minutes there's a new coin. Moonshot. Every 5 minutes a new coin. Oh, you did 300% today. You buy it. You can't. You get liquidated. You can't move out. Your money is stuck because there's no deep liquidity. And the people who create the coin, they are out in 3 hours. When you get in, you are stuck. That's because there's no regulation. It's a jungle. It's the wild west of crypto. So the purpose and the plan is key. The purpose and the plan is key. The purpose and the plan is key. XRP, XLM, XDC, Cardano. Do you know Cardano? If you have Cardano now, you should be earning at least 9% with your Cardano while you are holding it, waiting for it to go to the moon in DeFi settings. If you're holding Solana, you should be getting 12% on your Solana in DeFi settings. If you're holding HBAR, you can be earning 3 to 4% on your HBAR. This is money that you can actually use if you want to. If you hold DAG, you can be getting your DAG every day. Like if you have 250,000 DAG, imagine what you get every month just for that 250,000. And these are all begging people to buy them at prices that are cheap and rock bottom. If you borrow money to go on a vacation, oh, you've done great. If you borrow money to buy a car, oh, you've done great. But borrow money to buy crypto, they say you are crazy. Because the same way you borrowed money to go on a vacation, you can borrow money to buy, and you're paying $50 a month. Why can't you do that? But study to know where you're going to put things. So the purpose and the plan is key. The plan has been on. There was a plan. There was a plan. Crypto was a plan. There was a plan. And it was coming, that plan was to make crypto what we are seeing it today. They worked on it, they created a plan, and they've been following that plan consistently to where we are today. There was a plan. There was a plan. There was a plan. All right? And that plan is, you know what, when they say a non-disclosure agreement, Ripple has 1750 non-disclosure agreements. You are seeing the non-disclosures opening up. They are all opening up before us. And we were seeing them, right? Okay, so and then what's the next one? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then number 6 is the laws. This is the one I want to finish with, the laws. You see, when I talk about laws, I talk about the inspector. Please use the word inspector. The movie Elemental, which speaks about XLM and XRP being the new governing assets of the your gold and silver for the new financial system. Okay, that movie doesn't say that exactly and directly, but when you piece everything together, the movie actually talks about the plumbing and the water system of an entire city called Elemental, where you've got fire, water, and wind dwelling in a very delicate balance. Three items of nature dwelling in a very delicate balance. And now the city inspector in that movie is by name of Wade Ripple, and the co-star of the movie is called Ember Lumen. Now that's Stella Lumen, right? And Wade Ripple is Ripple. I mean, that movie was released in July 2023. You can go and watch it. I've begged people to watch the movie. As you're watching, pray that God will give you insight. Now watch this. That movie, Ember Lumen's father had a antique shop, and in the basement of the antique shop, the pipes were tired. The pipes were if an inspector should enter the basement, it can shut down the building, and that means that the antique shop is gone. So they were doing everything for the inspector not to be able to get in there and see the leaks and problems the old pipeline has. Friends, and Ember Lumen's, there was somebody else in the movie, I forget what her name was, an architect. Now, I watched the movie the night it was released, so I don't remember all the details, but I'm planning to watch it again with my wife just to kind of look it over. But there was an architect in the movie who actually had the architect had what we call it. They had this. They were designing brand new buildings with this a special kind of steel that could not be destroyed. Is this steel or metal or something like that that was so strong it could, and it speaks of a new system that is being built, okay, that will be different from the old clanky, cringy, whatever system that was in place. So the last thing I'm saying that we need for crypto to explode is inspection. When I say inspection, what am I talking about? Laws. When you're building a new house, when you're building an airport right now, there are certain things you can't toy with. You have to have the right measurements. You see, there was a certain aircraft that was removed from a production. Why? Because they realized that aircraft will cost too much to operate. Not the aircraft itself, but the number of ground crew you would need, the number of the gangway you would need. You have to elevate it to a certain level. It will mean reconfiguring entire airports just to land one aircraft. And they said, no, we're going to discontinue this aircraft. I can't remember the name of it, but they said we are going to have to discontinue it. The Concorde was discontinued for certain other reasons besides that as well. So there's something called, rules and regulations. And in building, you need an inspector to come into that house that is being built to make sure that the 2x4s are placed according to regulations. It must pass code. It must pass the smell test. Please like the video. There's 44 of you in here. The more you like it, the more the algorithm favors the video and sends it out to others. You can help me that way. So this is very important for us to remember. This is very important for us to take note of. Inspection is one of the most important things. Has the project been inspected by the certified inspectors? Have they come in to see? So who are our inspectors in crypto? Who are our inspectors in crypto? The legal process, the process of making laws, rules, and regulations to govern the enterprise, to govern this particular space, to govern and ensure guarantees for the space. Nothing else happens as it should until that is done. Because you see, when banks jump in now, they may be doing it through third-party investments, through third party, maybe they set up a company. Fidelity has had a crypto desk since 2021. And they've been contacting their customers saying, crypto, we have so much experience. No, they were just preparing. Because they need the inspector to certify and say, it's okay. we can now move forward. So I kind of it's just a play on our thinking and allowing us to imagine the real world and what we already know. Because you see, when you have a new area in an economy, when you have a new area adding to GDP that's going to explode the GDP of nations like never before, you need to take the knowledge of the past in order to wash the confusion of the present. It's the knowledge of the past that becomes the key to the present in order for the future to open up the way it ought to. The cryptos we've been talking about were created to solve a problem. I have given you a couple of things here. I've given you number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe 6 points as to what is needed. And I said the first one is you. The first and second one has to do with you as a person. You have to learn patience. If you don't have it, ask for the gift of patience. Ask from your creator to give you the gift of patience. If you don't believe that you are created by any God or by anything, that you just showed up here by an accident, well, that's up to you. But if you don't know how to pray, maybe it's time to start. Ask for the gift of patience, because patience is so key. It'll save you. It'll help you. All right. Number 2 is what you hear and how you hear. See some of us talking about WikiCat, buy WikiCat, buy WikiCat, WikiCat, WikiCat. It means it's going to explode very soon. I would buy if I were you. Now, that is not financial advice. You need to do your own research. Okay? Then, I talked about Bitcoin having to do its thing. Bitcoin has to do its thing. It has to at this point. And so, knowing fully well that Bitcoin has to do its thing, they will eventually pump it up one way or the other. Now, if there's a crash of Bitcoin, I believe it will still come back up. Why? Because it's a market. The stock market crashed. They brought it back up. The reality is that there are tangible things going on. Money is flowing. Value is flowing on these ledgers, on these blockchains. And so it has to survive. It has to live. But it will make sense to buy low limit orders, okay? Download Zaman Wallet if you don't have it, and learn how to use it to set low buy limit orders as well as sell limit orders. Okay, so then we talked about community, strong community. WikiCat has a very strong community. Bitcoin has a strong community. XRP has a strong community. A crypto without a community is dead on arrival. Okay, then we talked about purpose and plan. The purpose of a crypto is very important, particularly when it has a plan. Because you can have a purpose. If you don't have a plan to bring the purpose about, you will not get there. Ripple is one of the most well planned out cryptos with a purpose that I've ever seen. XRP, I mean. It has a purpose and there's a plan, and they are following the plan. That's why there were non-disclosures. And many other things you see are distractions so that you don't focus on the real thing. Then I talked about the laws. And there's an inspector for every law. When there's a rule and regulation in construction industry, rule and regulation in sports, rule and regulations in athletics, like when people go for the Olympics, there are people there who test them to make sure that they are not using drugs, performance enhancing drugs. That's exactly what I'm saying here, is that with this environment, with this crypto market, there is an inspector. The inspector is the law of the land. Different countries, MICA is an inspector. Yes, in Europe. And America has the Clarity Act. That's their inspector. And I tie it to the movie Elemental, where Wade Ripple and Embalumen were the stars. Go and watch that movie. It's called Elemental. 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 Elemental movie, released in July of 2023. It talks about XRP and XLM as the new leaders of a new financial system. That's not what you will see in the movie. You actually have to watch it and prayerfully discern it. Remember, all the things that are happening now have been put in movies prior to this time, or let's say most of what is happening. You remember COVID, right? But there was that movie, Contagion. It just basically mirrored what we saw with COVID. So always use the movies to predict where things are going to go. I know which cryptos will survive regulations. I've been researching this for years. The Lord showed me a particular assistant, and I've been monitoring weekly. Awesome. You can tell us so that others will know too. Okay. I hear it is launching Christian Bulk, but I didn't follow the news. There's only so much you can do. But you can research it yourself. You can ask them. But I think it's coming this week. Telcoin is a sleeping giant. Wonderful. Okay. Stronghold is a good project. Lifestyle of the Snowbirds. Read the scriptures. I know you do anyway, so. But that's what I would just do is, I would say, Lord, lead me to something. Feed me. Because you see, when you're hungry, spiritually hungry, you need to read. When you read, you'll be strengthened. So read the scriptures prayerfully too. What do I think about XVM? Okay, I don't know about XVM. Nice shot, prod. Sorry about that. I saw that you put that up earlier on. You're very welcome, Felix Resto. God bless you. When is our boarding? So, if you heard me earlier, I said download the Zeman wallet, Zeman, and learn it. Learn the Zeman wallet. It'll help you. It'll be a blessing. The Royal, how you doing? God bless you. You heard what I said? Download the Zeman wallet. It'll be a blessing to you. The Zeman wallet will be a blessing to you. Download the Zeman wallet. I'm going to put a link to it right now. Follow me on Patreon, AH for Truth. Go join my Patreon. If you can afford the $97, pay that. That would give you access to everything. The Zeman wallet is very key for what we're about to see go down. So download the Zeman wallet. I'm gonna put it down here for you. And then yeah, when you guys come on, whoops. So there you go. Yes, Ricardo, somebody was asking earlier. But I'm not, I'm holding the asset itself. I'm being patient. Let those who have old money go and put it in there. I'm just holding the asset. I'm holding the underlying asset. That's what's important for me right now. We front run the system. So, because I don't want, people are going to be very like, people are going to be very, what I say, discouraged when after November 22, they were expecting their crypto to get to $1,000 and it didn't happen, right? Yeah, just hold the asset. This is one of those times where people that got in early can hold the asset. It's like gold. It's like gold. There are people who have a lot of gold while others don't. They've had it for years and years and years. You know, so most people don't have extra money to buy anything. They have their homes, and after the home, what else? What can you do? You're welcome, nice shot. Please, I want you to download the Zoom app. It's called Zaman now. Go there, download it on your Android or your iOS, and then join me on Patreon. Before the end of November, I would have some videos that I'll shoot. I will record. I've been on a trip for almost 2 weeks, so much that I wanted to get done that I didn't do. But I want to say thank you to all those who joined me on Patreon and those who are paying members of my Patreon. God bless you. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah. Download that link that I gave you. If you don't have it, you need to get the Zaman wallet. You need to get the Zaman wallet. Get the Zaman wallet. Get the Zaman wallet. Get the Zaman wallet. What's the advantage of using the Zaman wallet? Several advantages. That's not what I'm doing tonight. But I'm going to kind of do some coaching on it. It used to be Zoom. I had it when it was Zoom years ago. It was called Zoom, but they changed the name to Zaman. But they have done a lot of features on it, and so I want to get into that. On my Patreon, I'm getting into DeFi, and so there's so many wallets, like Solana has Soulflare or Phantom, right? So, but people are holding their crypto and not doing anything with it. And there's so many opportunities, so many advantages, which I'm not prepared to share tonight. That's not, just for those who have followed me for a long time, who are interested, they should download the Zaman wallet and then follow me on Patreon. And yeah, and then we'll take it from there. I've put up some articles on Patreon already, but not much by way of video training. But I'll be doing more video training as we go from here into the end of the year and into the new year, because there is coming an exciting and massive bull run. So let's get ready, let's get prepared, and let's get the knowledge that we need to build on this new thing. It says the Uncommon Life School is XAMAN, like that. That's how you spell it, Zaman. Did you get that? That's how you spell it. Zaman. Zaman. You're very welcome, sir or ma'am. I don't know if you remember what. Yeah, it's the first thing. What I can say is that Zaman is a proprietary wallet for the XRP ledger. That's it. So you have your XRP there, your RLUSD, your USDC. So I can give you 7 things why it's useful. But the one big thing I will say, or the first thing is it's proprietarily an XRP wallet, and the DEX on there is very valuable, very, very valuable, extremely valuable in the scheme of things. It's adding one more tool to your belt. I'd rather have 7 tools than just one. Okay, so you know, and you can add your USDC there, RLUSD there, because it's an XRP ledger wallet. The RLUSD and XRP and then USDC has become a native layer 2 there, as well as the RLUSD, which was first released as an EVM, but its home is the XRP ledger primarily. And RLUSD is going to be about 1 billion they've already hit 1 billion before the end of the year. So by early next year, you will see. Now, I did a little bit of research with respect to Solana as well. Remember, the 3, okay? The 3 that the government would hold. There are others, but I think the first 3, what Trump mentioned, he wasn't joking, were XRP, Solana, and ADA, Cardano. These 3 will be held by the government in the digital asset stockpile. So this digital asset stockpile is your remember, Bitcoin is there, but they are not buying any new Bitcoin. They just seized Bitcoin, right? It is a seized Bitcoin. Any Bitcoin they seize, And they know how much Bitcoin they're going to seize, because there are people who are going through the court process, right, for all of the wrongs they did. Either they didn't pay taxes on Bitcoin they sold, or they didn't, they did some criminal activity, mainly criminal activity, right? When they seize it, drugs, prostitution, human trafficking, whatever, illicit payments through government contracts, and people were paid off Bitcoin. They found out all of those going to be seized. They know there's a lot of it already, because people have been behaving badly with Bitcoin. That's what Elizabeth Warren was saying. Oh, it's criminal. Is this, is that? It's true. Crypto has been used for criminal activities, just like your US dollar has been used for criminal activity. It's just that crypto made it easier. And they thought they would never be detected. So they're not buying any Bitcoin. President Trump clearly said, we're not buying any new Bitcoin to add. But with the ones seized, we'll continue to add. When it's seized, it will be added to the stockpile. But we're going to do Cardano. We're going to do. And so what do you think they're going to do? You think the government will not buy to put to the. Either there will be donations to the government, or they will buy on a special deal. Say, okay, we'll buy X amount worth from you guys. And those big buys, when they come, something's going to happen somewhere, somehow. So let me read the comments. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's the safest hot wallet. I'm just saying that there's something that I'm going to use. I don't know if it's the safest, but I believe it's very good. But I'm trying to do something with it. I'm trying to show you guys at least 7 things about Zaman Wallet that I think is key for anyone who wants to have alternative paths to pull money off of the value, to squeeze value out of the crypto market. Because I'm talking more about decentralized finance right now. That's what I'm doing, right? So for 1 year, I help people get, hey, how you doing, Koinly Life? Good to see you. For 1 year, I help people to onboard. I did brand new, newbies. I wrote a book for newbies. Now I want to add to the newbies. It's like you own a school and you're adding a new classroom. The new classroom is now to help those newbies to do more. You want to help the newbies do more. And I want them to, they've bought. In the last 1 year, the newbies bought. And I have been working myself on the area of DeFi. So I have about 4 DeFi platforms, actually 5, that we're going to be looking at, working with, by the grace of God. Because I find out that certain things work better on certain DeFi platforms than others. So what you get for Solana on Proton, you can't get it on something else, right? You can't get it elsewhere. And XRP will do best on Flare and not do so well on Proton. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta know. It's like specialty markets. It's like going to the outlet mall. You know, you get a Nike shoe in one of the stores in an outlet mall, but then down the hallway, you find that there's actually the Nike store itself. You get there and you find, oh, there's a Nike store here, and it's actually $25 for a pair, and then I get the other one half off. Can I see that? I've never seen that before. Oh, by the way, and that other shop is $43 is a Nike, but maybe it's a different kind of Nike. It's a different thing that you don't find in the outlet mall, but you don't care. You just want a Nike, so you go and you buy the Nike there. See what I'm saying? So exactly, it is the key. It is the key. It's the key. Where did you hop off to? Somebody was asking Kryptonite. I was not going to give all that information now because somebody was asking, oh, so why is it better than others? I'll tell them 7 things why, 7 key reasons why. So I said, go join my Patreon. I'll give you 7 reasons why. But people just like to ask all these questions. And I said, no, tonight is for 6 reasons, 6 things you need to do in order for your stuff to move in the direction they have to. How much further down? I don't know. I mean, and there's talk of a flash crash, and that can happen. Exactly. There's a flash crash, and that can happen anytime. So that's expected, right? So heard that from many prophetic voices, but you should prepare, get understanding, learn. All right, guys. So we're boarding in the next few minutes, and more so, there is a. I've been here for more than an hour. Dawn of the new era. I don't wait for the bottom. I buy as I can, and you don't buy everything. You buy a little bit. You buy a little bit, and then you just keep buying a little bit as it goes down. Buy when you can. But if you wait for the bottom price, you may never get any XRP, because sometimes when it drops, it goes so quickly. So buy when you can, because if you're buying something that is $2 right now and it's going to go to $1,000, why are you waiting for it to get to 10 cents to buy? Do you see what I'm saying? So buy when you can. That's just not financial advice. It's not financial, but yeah. Buy XRP now and later and tomorrow and next week and next month. So what you do, this guy was Economic Ninja says he never puts a lot of money into, like, if he has $1,000, he won't just spend everything. I used to do that. So he'll buy like $500. Then if the price goes down, he buys under $100. Goes down, he buys under $100. You dollar cost average down. But I also believe in dollar cost averaging up, because I know where it's going, and create different bags. I bought this bag at 10 cents. I bought this bag as $2. I bought this bag as 50 cents. Doesn't matter. It's going to explode to $1,000. So it really doesn't matter. All right. We're having the next VIP crypto conference in January 29th to February 1st. January 29th to February 1st. So mark your calendars. So mark your calendar. Okay, yeah, thanks. Yeah, just buy as you can. Like, I mean, buy. You can buy half with what you have, Good for you, Courtney. I'm not gonna, Rennie Johnson, yes, the minimum price for XRP is $1,600. I have a course that I put together where I show people how that price, how it gets to 1,600 and how it gets to 50,000 in the future. So it's all there. It's left for whether people want to believe it or not. It's all there. Go to my Patreon, you'll find it. It's there. It's $100. It's almost 2 hours of recording where I explain how it gets there. It's $100. It'll convince you. I believe so. So sign up for send me an email, ask me any question about the upcoming event in January. We're telling you guys early now. All my videos, I'm going to be talking about it. When I do a video, I'm going to talk about it. A live, I'll talk about it. We are hoping that we can get 20 people, 20 of you, 20. We've never done that before. Kryptonite started this. Now we're at VIP 9.0. So we're gonna have. Am I correct, Kryptonite? Is it 9.0 or 8.0? Forgive me, but we're gonna have it. It's gonna be amazing, and so I want you to participate. All right. Well, God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. I'm excited for what is to come. Mark your calendars, January 29th to February 1. We will be back in Houston with Kryptonite in Conroe, Texas, in a powerful, powerful session over a 4-day period. Crypto immersion like never before. God bless you. Send me an email and I will reply you with all of the details and we'll go from there. God bless you. I'll see you guys and talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you, Felix Resto.